Today's story dives into a series of bizarre events that unfolded in 1984, documented so thoroughly and witnessed by so many, it left people questioning the nature of reality itself. But before we plunge into the strange, the dark, and the mysterious, if these types of stories are what you crave, you're in the right place. Here we uncover tales that defy reason, with new uploads twice a week. So, if you're intrigued, go ahead and press like button. And if you want to ensure you never miss a story, subscribe and turn on all notifications. Let's get into today's story. It all began with a simple visit to a funeral home. But for Daniel Kepler, what awaited him was anything but ordinary. In February of 1983, Daniel was granted temporary leave from jail to attend his grandfather's funeral. But while others mourned, Daniel sat at the back, brimming with anger. To him, his grandfather was no saint, but the embodiment of something dark. And as he stared at the casket, something unsettling happened. He could have sworn he saw his grandfather's lips move. Unable to shake the eerie feeling, Daniel left the funeral and sought refuge with friends, Ben and Julie. As he splashed water on his face in their bathroom, an unnatural chill filled the air. He looked up, and for a moment, he saw a face in the mirror. An old man wearing a crown. Daniel stumbled out, shaken, his wrists mysteriously scratched, as if marked by an unseen hand. That night, as Daniel sat in the living room, water began dripping. Not from a pipe, but from the ceiling, the walls, even the very floor beneath him. The leak intensified, spreading through the room. Yet, in the center of it all, Daniel sat still, his face twisted into a strange smile, his fingers twitching as though controlled by something unseen. Terrified, Ben and Julie called the police. When the officers arrived, they knew immediately. This was no ordinary leak. Water poured from every corner, and Daniel, seated amidst it all, seemed otherworldly. "I can make it rain," he muttered, his voice hollow, almost unrecognizable, and with a chilling grin, he stared at them as the water continued to rise. In the days that followed, the water haunted every place Daniel entered, even the cell where he was later confined. Guards and inmates watched in horror as the walls began to drip, and Daniel, standing in the middle, claimed he was no longer himself. He believed his grandfather's spirit had taken control, a final act of torment, a curse bound by blood. To this day, no one can explain what happened to Daniel Kepler, but those who were there, they all agree. They witnessed something unnatural, and though Daniel returned to a normal life, he would never make it rain again. So was it possession, madness, or something beyond our understanding? What do you believe happened to Daniel Kepler? Share your thoughts, if you dare.